Zemo!
And welcome to round 5 of the summer qualifier for the 2016 YugiTuber Grand Championship. In this match, we have Ritual Beasts going up against Shadalls. And with us for this lovely commentary is the one, the only, Vexicus4666.
Oh, stop, you'll make me blush.
Would you prefer the head bitch in charge? Would that be the more appropriate way to introduce you?
Well, I haven't been called that in a while, but either way.
So I'm glad Vexy decided to join me for this commentary because Ritual Beasts is a deck that's near and dear to his heart, so he'd provide some good insight to this.
Yes.
I'm hoping.
I know a little bit about Ritual Beasts. My friend Pasquale always runs this deck. So I know his deck inside and out. Looked like he opened sort of semi-good right here. Ooh, okay, he did open good.
He opened good, yeah.
He opened good.
Yeah.
Get the Elder.
Interesting, he went for the
Lore.
Lara.
Oh, I usually like to get rid of my lores before I get rid of, like, anything else. Like, get rid of Elders.
Yeah.
The lore would be good late in the game, especially since he discarded the Hawk to the grave.
Exactly. But, I mean, since he has that E-Telly, though, it looks like he has a really good start there.
And he summoned Zapdos right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, he's going to go ahead and search. Looks like he's just going to use one effect for searching. And what do you think he's going to grab here? Oh, I guess he's going to ambush. He's going to get ambush.
Okay, he means he got Steeds in his hand.
Yeah. It means he has Steeds in his hand. But, no, the interesting thing is, though, he actually can't defuse because he doesn't have any... He doesn't have 2 banished.
Okay, he just said 1. So he don't have Steeds? Or that is Steeds face down. He's confusing us right now.
This is like next level like meta bluffing right now. Even if it is the ambush, I mean, if he pops it with the dragon, I mean, it's just gonna be it's just gonna chain the ambush. So now he's gonna get the Lara and the
interesting
and the Hawk back.
I want to know what his hand is now. His thought process.
Bring back the Hawk,
because the Hawk is still gonna die.
And see, this is really good because now he can Shaddoll Fusion.
He can tag out.
And he can't tag out. Yeah, so that actually puts...
Here comes the Construct.
Yeah.
Veiler.
So
Squamata.
This is going to be really interesting right now. We see the Construct come down.
And knowing him, he should be ditching a Falco.
He could ditch Falco.
That's what I would do.
He also could go for... It looks like he's going to ditch El Shaddoll. He added it to his hand. Is he going to ditch Core and just add El Shaddoll?
That's what I'm...
Okay, so he's sending El Shaddoll. I guess that was a misclick. Okay, he's going to send Core and get El Shaddoll. Okay.
Interesting. I thought he wanted to get Falco to build more defense. At least I am a defensive player, so that's what I would do.
It looks like he's going to go like just all-out aggressive at this point because he could theoretically just make another construct and send Falco after, basically clearing the Ritual Beast player's board.
True.
And it looks like that's what he's going to do.
Ooh. Never mind, take it back.
Oh, and there's the Falco, like you were saying.
There's the Falco. Okay,
Squamata,
good.
so he's going for Winda.
Okay, this is over. Ritual Beast can't do nothing against a Winda.
Yeah, Winda pretty much just locks this deck down.
And there's the Falco. He's
pretty
much set now.
Yeah. So the interesting thing, Vexy, I don't know if you know, but in this tournament, since it is a custom ban list, El Shaddoll Fusion and Construct are at 2.
2?
They're at 2.
So that means he needs to reserve his Construct as much as possible.
And
recycle. I know you did. I know you didn't bring back no Pot of Avarice.
No, there's no Pot of Avarice. No Pot of Avarice.
But there's Jar of Avarice.
Jar of Avarice, obviously. So we see the Apelio. Now this could be big because if he banishes for Apelio, he could just go ahead and run over Winda, and then he's free to basically do whatever he wants at that point.
Question is, does he have another emergency teleport in his hand? Oh, we got Veiler. Oh wow. This player is just checking him left and right.
He just has the answers. That's just unfortunate.
Looks like we might be going to game 2.
It looks like it, because, I mean, he's going to attack that Falco. That Falco is still going to get its effect, so that's not really going to do a whole lot to stop this.
I would have just attacked the Mass Petition.
I think... I don't know, because I mean, he's going to plus super hard off the Falco.
Because was he going to flip the Squamata?
He's going to pop Apelio. This has to be game. This has to be
that's
game.
That's game right there.
He's going to chain Apelio just to get that... Get the Hawk. Yeah, this is just like overkill at this point.
This is checkmate.
Yeah, this is overkill. But yeah, no, I mean, that's a really good showing for the Shaddoll player. I mean, it just shows just how powerful this deck still is, even when we went ahead and limited some of the power. Not limited, semi-limited some of the power cards.
Yeah, he brought out the Diamond Crab King.
Yeah. I feel like that's just for show, though.
Or just overkill. It'd be funny he had a Gores.
Oh, that would be painful right now. Maybe that's why he went into Crab King.
Just to do all the damage.
Exactly, yeah. And yeah, it looks like that's going to do it. I actually totally forgot to introduce these players' names. I'm going to quickly get that for us. While these players side and go into round 2, game 1 going to the Shaddoll player, whose name I will have hopefully in a couple seconds here.
3, 2, 1.
I'm not that quick. I'm working on it, though. All right, so the Ritual Beast player is going to start off with Kanahawk, which is always typically a good thing.
Now... Ooh, Valor.
Yeah.
This player has everything. How many Valors does this player have in his deck?
I actually don't know, but I mean, typical Shaddolls right now are running 2 to 3. I mean, even though I know this isn't,
I personally like 3 Valors in anything.
I do too. Valor's just such an amazing card. I mean, as you can see, it's just totally shutting the Ritual Beast player down at the moment.
Ooh, here comes the Shaddoll fusion.
Now, hopefully, so there goes the Squamata. Let's see. Double Squamata. That's surprising. So he's going to take the -1 for the window.
Why did he do that?
I wonder. Maybe he did it because he's sniffing a Steeds. Like, I don't know.
I'm guessing those were the only 2 monsters in his hand. At least I pray that is the reason. But then again, he'll be most likely to win this game just off Winda.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Ooh, mind control.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
Does he play Wendigo?
If he plays Wendigo, I'm going to lose my shit right now.
That'd be so funny if he brought that out. And then he can automatically protect Wendy.
Oh, okay. No, so he's going to sink. He's probably going to go for Goyo Guardian, if I had to guess. Yeah, Goyo Guardian. So...
we need more better level 6 synchros.
Brionac? You want to bring Brio back?
Hell no! Not with Mermills! Mermills is still a thing.
You said we need better level 6s.
Okay, how about brand new level 6s?
Okay. Well, what about Vulcan? Vulcan's a good level 6.
Too bad nobody uses it.
Okay.
I think I sold my Vulcan.
Vulcan's like the only other good generic level 6, I think. Outside of Brio and Goyo.
True.
Alright, so we see Elder, though. This could get good. And
let's see.
What's he going to do?
If that last card in his hand is a Valor,
we have a Rampengu. Okay, interesting. Okay, and I finally have the names. So, the Ritual Beast player's name is Harry Chippendale, and the Shaddoll player is Brian Reyes. So, Harry and Brian. Finally. So, Harry's going to go ahead and use Rampengu, banish Gaia Pelio to go ahead and get Lara into the grave, and it looks like he's...
I never like banishing that thing. I always banish the Dolphin. Always.
Well, don't you have to banish Gaia Pelio to banish a Tamer?
Yeah.
Isn't that why you do it?
Yeah, but I never banished the big one. I always banish like Dolphin or something. Oh, okay. Or like this line he has out here. I never do like the big ultimate mega one.
Right.
Now I'm thinking Digimon.
Right. The freaking Glad Beast clone.
Yeah, the Heraclinos.
Yeah. All right.
Lord, he got Shaddoll fusion. You know Construct's gonna come.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised that I mean, he got the Winda gone, so I mean now he's pretty much free to do whatever he wants.
And now he's going to go into Zapdos.
Yeah, most likely. He's just going to generate a ton of advantage right now because Pengu's going to go ahead and ditch. He's going to send probably a Pelio. Yep. And then he's going to go ahead, tag out, and then just, work the magic that Ritual Beasts work. Oh, the ambush.
Oh, my God.
That's...
Okay, talk about mega pluses.
That's really strong right now because now he's going to be able to plus like mad.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, he can do what? He can make 2 Ulti Kanahawks here?
Yeah, he can make 2 of them.
I guess it just depends. So he's going to send Petalfin with Kanahawk? And he's going to look...
I'm trying to think of what he's going to... Okay, he's going to go in the Hawk. He should be getting Steeds, Ambush, and Bonds with this, if he plays it right.
Right. So there's Kanahawk number 1.
You can already see this is going into a game 3. He's totally in control.
Yeah, I mean, with Brian only having that Goyo on the field, he doesn't really have a lot to stop this at the moment.
Just all I gotta do is Steeds that Goyo and it'll be checkmate.
Yeah.
But then again, he has a Shaddoll fusion in his hand.
He does.
So he needs to save that. He needs to save the Steeds unless he's gonna get 2
If
Steeds.
he plays this right, I mean, he should set himself up in a way that he can't get Shaddoll fusioned. but I don't know if that's possible at this point.
I don't think so anymore.
Because the way his Grave and Banish are set up, I don't know if that's going to allow for that. So he's going to set the ambush and the steeds, presumably what he searched out, unless he's just the bluff god, and which we've seen some of in this tournament. So I wouldn't be surprised.
I pretty much seen a couple of videos of people bluffing.
Storm.
I forgot Heavy Storm was legal.
Yep, Heavy Storm is at 1 in this format. But, I mean, the thing is, it doesn't really do a whole lot because, I mean, he's still going to plus off the ambush. Steeds is still going to destroy the Goyo, and MST is not really going to do anything. So, I mean, ultimately, Harry didn't lose a whole lot here.
No, not really.
I mean...
But it would have been nice, though, if you can counter that Shaddoll fusion right now.
And it looks like he can't because he only has... I believe he only has 1 Tamer and I think 2 Beasts banished right now.
And there's the construct.
You can chain 2 Kanahawks back to back, can't you? Oh
yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I'm not super I know this deck. I don't super know this deck. So that's why I have you here.
You can though.
Okay. You need the right banish setup though.
Mm-hmm. There's the
Falco. Now, the Skomata.
Maybe this won't be going to 3 games.
We'll see. See, this is interesting now though because I feel Oh,
BLS?
Oh.
Or Chaos. Okay, yeah, the BLS.
No, Chaos Emperor is not legal. I'm not that crazy, Vexy. I'm not that crazy.
I was about to say, if you did that...
So he attacks the 1 Kanahawk. See, this is interesting, though, because he tagged out. Yeah, see, now I feel like Brian needs to be very specific in what he attacks, because otherwise...
I would have got rid of those. I would have got rid of the Tamers.
So he's attacking... See, no, I would have attacked the Kanahawk there, because then, now, if he attacks Apelio, which he's attacking Apelio, now he can chain Apelio to banish a Tamer, and then he can Oh my god, I feel like that was a misplay there.
No, this could have been over.
That's actually huge, yeah, because now if he goes and attacks with the Skomata, he could... he's not...
He can tag out.
He's not tagging out, wow.
Maybe he forgot.
Yeah, because I would have... I mean, the setup was perfect.
That was too good. Maybe he forgot.
I don't know. But, he has Wen, so okay, that's pretty good too.
Okay, that's probably why. He's up to
I hear
something.
That's a good card.
I hear it's pretty good top deck, too.
Especially mid-game.
Yeah, I remember when I did that to Gage? I know you're watching, Gage.
Gage was gonna cry.
Oh, that was a funny match with him.
So he goes with Kanahawk, he banishes, and now it looks like he's going to go back into ulti Kanahawk, probably just to generate, probably Steeds at this point, I would say. Because at this point, he could entirely clear Brian's board with that. So he gets back the Apelio.
And he's pretty much set.
He's pretty much set at this point.
Okay, now you got the Lion, he's going to remove something.
Exactly.
And then just do all the combos.
And he's just going to loop the combo again. So there's the Steeds. Has he used all 3 ambush? Or has he only used 2? I think it's 2. Okay. So he's going to banish the Rampengu. Oh, and he's banishing Rampengu. That's really good. Because then he can bring that back. And he can just keep...
Yeah, he's going to contact and do it all over
Yeah, he's just going to keep his advantage going. So Kanahawk again.
Hawk.
See, I mean, while this deck still has its resources, I mean, it can just keep going. And until you completely dwindle it out, man...
Yeah, but he needs to go on the offense because his life points are low.
Only sitting on 3K, especially against Shaddolls facing,
And also, as soon as he pops that construct, he can get Shaddoll fusion back and do it all over again. So he also needs to be careful when he contacts Alex to make sure he has enough stuff removed from play so he can contact out later.
He needs to ensure that he makes that Shaddoll fusion a dead card. Because he knows he's going to pretty much be getting that back. And then Falco's going to reset itself, so he needs to find a way to kill the Falco off as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be interesting. So
timing is everything.
It is everything. And then depending on what Brian draws, I mean that could also drastically change everything. Because I mean if Brian draws like El Shaddoll, he could El Shaddoll into like a window to protect from the Steeds. And then I don't know.
Setting 2.
Setting 3. But we know what 2 of those are, I think.
Yeah, one's Steeds,
ambush.
one's ambush. And let's see how he
Yeah.
uses this. And will he wait until after his opponent flips up the
It looks like
Falco?
he's on the standby. He's
Or
going
he'll
to
do
do
it on
siege,
standby.
which I think is the... Oh, he's chaining the ambush. That's really good.
Okay, he on blow him
Yeah,
out.
that's a really big blowout right now.
Now, hopefully he's smart enough to go into his graveyard. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. He's going to go in his grave instead of going... I see a lot of players going their banish zone like, that's out of nature. You don't
Is it
supposed to
just
do that.
because like you naturally use the banish zone so much? Yeah.
Yep.
No, so that's smart though. And then he still has the necessary components to banish the
Contact out.
So what's Brian gonna get here? He's gonna get Shaddoll Fusion back off Construct, but then Skolmata's gonna trigger. I believe did he send a dragon? It looks
That's
like a dragon.
I think that's dragon.
And then
Yeah.
Falco's gonna reset itself, which isn't really that big of a deal.
I would have got... To be honest, I probably would have grabbed a
Just to have
hedgehog.
another material. Oh, and he's
Yeah.
chaining the second steeds to pop
Damn,
off the
damn.
Falco.
Okay, this is going to a game 3 like I
yeah,
said
this looks like
before.
it's going to game 3 because we know one of those is Shaddoll Fusion.
Yeah, that's card closest to the deck is the Shaddoll
Yeah.
Fusion. Now he can go off. Now he should just make the ultimate Ritual Beast monster here.
I know
and just go all
he has
out.
the field for it, and I mean at this point he's pretty clear to search bonds, and he can just just completely OTK him. So he's using Petalfin, banishing Rampengu to return one of the sets. So that's probably Shaddoll Fusion, unless it's just a complete bluff.
It could be a bluff.
Well, if it was a chainable, he would have obviously used it, but
Now, let's see what he does with this. Because he's going to try to bring back Dolphin and bounce back the
just to
other
make him
card,
clear
too?
for the OTK. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
At least that's what I
would
would do. I think he is. I think he
Yeah.
is going to
So
do it.
So
Depending what's in
Dolphin's
his hand.
back. Oh, he's just going to search Zephyr and Pilica.
Ooh.
Interesting. He's just going to ditch Wen to get rid of the other one.
Yup.
Ooh, Shadow
good.
Games.
He got this.
Okay.
Ooh. Here comes.
Yeah, he needs some sort of defense here because he has like nothing at this point to stop from being OTK.
That means the card he bounced was the Shaddoll
Yeah.
Fusion.
So I mean, at this point, if Harry can just go ahead and get rid of that Falco, this is pretty much over. Which that's no trouble at all for this deck. So he goes and gets the
crazy.
Kanahawk. And just going ahead, detaching out. He's probably going to search.
He should be almost out of things to grab, like steeds and ambushes.
Yeah, because I
at
think he's
least.
gone through all 3 ambush, and I think 2... Oh, there's the bonds right there. So, I mean, this...
There it is.
Yeah, I think... Oh, and Brian just scooping it up because he sees bonds, and he knows that this is over. Bonds is such a clutch card. It's so
So
cool.
true.
We're going to game 3, though, so this is... He
Game
summons
3.
Kraybon.
I haven't seen people
Is this
use that since like
Teledad?
Teledad. Wow. Those bring back memories.
back
Not
with
good memories.
Dimensional Fissure. Okay.
That's just
dirty.
dirty.
Whoo.
That means his effect
He
bailers
has
are
MST though,
useless.
okay.
Oh wow.
Brian was prepared.
I bet you money he side decked
Probably.
that in.
And so Mathematician. So now, but the Kraybons though, that's pretty good tech. I like that.
Now the question is, how is he going to get rid of Krevlins? All you gotta do is keep paying
So
800.
he sends the Skullmon. Ooh, the Shadow Mirror.
Yeah, that'll get.
Wait,
It's about time I seen it should all beast, but it doesn't even matter.
but wait a minute, isn't Kraybons a dark?
Yep. That clashed. I was just thinking that right after you said it.
And Brian's noticing that too. Yeah,
He
you
can't.
can't do that. Kraybons is a dark. Oh.
Yeah, that kind of hurt him.
Sucks. Like, it's funny because Kraybons actually would have been fairly decent, but that's just
That would have been a good tech if Krebons was not
yeah.
a dark.
I'm surprised Kraybons actually isn't
It
in
should.
Earth.
I was just about to say that too. I thought it was. It could. It
Well,
looks
'cause
like it
it's-
could be an Earth, but then
Because
again,
like
I
all
can see why it's
psychics
dark.
are Earth for the most part, so that's interesting. And Harry just passing his turn. He has no follow-up play
Right.
other than the Shadow Mirror just lingering.
Look like mathematicians is
Gonna
going to get
math
in there.
beat down. That's all Brian needs to do, though. I mean, there's no reason for him to commit any other resources. Harry can't clear the math, evidently, so, like, why would you? Like, unless you're going for the OTK,
So true.
there's, like, no reason.
Keep attacking with that mathematician. Don't summon anything, because that could be
Exactly.
a torrential set.
It's just what I was thinking. If that's torrential, that's going to completely just flip everything around.
What did he say? Too much algebra for me.
The shit talk begins.
Yeah.
This is not looking
over.
good.
Because I think if he's probably going to end this by attacking maybe one more time, and then El Shaddoll fusion
just for game.
Shiganada.
Yeah. And so he summons Wen. Yeah. I'm guessing does he have Steed set? Is he just the Raigeki?
Raigeki.
The answers. Oh wow.
Yeah. I feel so sorry for this player right now. I just want to play a violin for him.
That's just so unfortunate.
Oh wow, he actually summoned something else.
Well, at this point, he's just figuring he might as well just go for damage.
He's testing. He's probably testing his back row.
No, he's Shaddoll fusing with Macrocosmos.
Macro.
Brian just doesn't care. Brian's just going in. He wants the win.
Ooh. That BLS been sitting. I bet you that BLS been in his hand since the moment he activated D-Fissure.
But no, I mean, Brian smells blood in the water. He knows that Harry doesn't have any resources.
If one of those face downs is Mirror Force, I'm gonna fall out my chair. I'm all set, sitting comfortable, and ready to fall out my chair.
But there is a Fiendish Chain, so that's good.
Chain.
So it's going to stop the construct. It's going to give Harry at least one turn to somehow redeem himself out of this mess. Which, if Harry has a Raigeki,
you can hear the fat lady singing now.
Then he could kind of turn it around.
No, if he had a Raigeki, that's some Yugi Moto Heart of the Cards.
So he summons Elder and passes. Elder.
That better be a Steeds.
And Brian activating another Shaddoll fusion. I don't know if he's just like trolling at this point or if he's just going. Oh no, I think he's going to get rid of the construct under Fiendish Chain. That makes a lot of sense.
He's going into the
and
final
it makes sense
one.
He's going into Winda because if that is a Steeds, he's going to have one monster that's going to ensure getting its attack through.
I say checkmate. I hear a fat lady
Steeds,
singing.
I mean, it doesn't matter what he destroys. Yeah, the Winda's going to go ahead and do the 2,000 damage. So that's going to be it. Brian Reyes taking it for round 5. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you, Vexy, for joining me, and we will see you in the next match.
No problem.
I want to take some time to thank our sponsor, Ronin Frog 87, because thanks to him, the competitors are actually going to have a little bit extra prize support to fight for. He's a smaller Yugi tuber, but he's a really funny one at that. So go on and head on over to his channel, check out some of his videos, and if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. See you, man!